First up, we have the Missouri State Lady Bears. They increased their record to 18-13 with their win today over Evansville, and they will advance to the championship game tomorrow at 2 o'clock to play Wichita State. With us, we have Coach Kelly Harper and players Kenzie Williams, Hillary Quaddle, and Tiana Snow. And we will begin with an opening statement from the coach.
Well, we're really excited to be playing on Sunday. That was our goal when we got here. So our players, I think they've had a really good attitude, really good focus going into this tournament. It was our first half today was a little bit, had a lot of excitement, a lot of pace in the first half. I thought we dialed it down and made really good decisions in the second half. I thought we did a really nice job on the boards. Beat the hot team. Obviously, Evansville's coming into this game really hot. We knew that. They have a lot of seniors. They're a veteran team, and those teams are dangerous in March.
All right, questions for the players? Right there.
Kenzie, 10 straight wins, playing for a Valley Tournament Championship, playing your best basketball as a team of the season in this stretch. How hard have you guys worked to get to this point?
It's what we work for since the beginning of the season. The ultimate goal is to win the tournament at the end of the year, and we set ourselves up in the perfect position to be able to do that.
But it hasn't been easy.
Yeah.
To take us through the course of this whole season.
Yeah, it definitely hasn't been easy from the start to finish, but we trusted what Coach Kelly and our coaches had to say and what this program was about, and we knew if we kept chipping away and just doing what we were asked of every day in practice and every game, just learning to get better each game, and every day I think we knew that we would be able to end up in this position.
Tiana, are there some times where you guys say, wow, early in the season, we weren't doing that, we wouldn't be able to do that, but now we're executing that? Is that part of the growth of a season for you guys?
Yeah, definitely. I think every day we grow at something. It may not be something that's big, but if you put it all together, it becomes huge, and I think that's how we got here today.
Every player plays for the NCAA tournament. What's it mean to you to be just one win away?
It means a lot because, I don't think we've ever gotten there, and I think that we deserve it. We've worked hard, and I think we're ready for it.
What will it take against a very good team?
Going back to doing what we do best, and that's doing what we're supposed to do, executing, and doing whatever Coach Kelly tells us to do.
Kenzie, talk about the Shockers and what they present as a matchup.
We know coming in that they're a great team, they're going to get down and guard, but we're focused on us, and we know that we're a great team too, and we're ready to play.
Hillary, just kind of talk about your game. You missed a couple shots early on, but you didn't let that bother you.
Yeah, Coach Stiles just kept coming up to me and saying, keep your head up and just keep shooting. They'll start falling, and they eventually did, so just got to stick with it.
For any of you, how nice is it to have anybody step up any point? You get 4 double-digit last night, and you get 4 again in double-digits again tonight.
It means a lot just because we know if you're out there on the floor or if you're on the bench that your teammates are going to get the job done, and that's a big thing going into this tournament when you have to play 3 days in a row. So having trust in your team and your coaches is so important, and we've been able to show that we can do that.
How did you guys defend Ladd? She's been pretty hot. She wasn't nearly as efficient as she's been throughout the tournament. How did you defend her differently today?
We knew that she was shooting well here, and so we just had to get out on her shots and make her put the ball on the floor. And she's a great player, but we had to just contain her the best we could.
Any more questions for the players?
Tiana, you had 26 last night, 19 today. What has clicked for you this tournament?
Well, I just know that my teammates have my back. They're giving me good openings by moving, and then when they catch and shoot, there's no help. So I know that I can get to the basket, and when I do miss, I know that they're going to go rebound for me or at least have my back and tell me it's okay. So I'm not too worried about it.
Kenzie, you were a part of that team a few years ago that even though you got hurt early in the season, that won the Valley regular season championship but lost in the tournament. How important would it be for you guys to be able to take that next step as a program?
It'd be amazing just to get back where the program used to be. We were making Final Fours and stuff with Jackie, and that's the tradition we want to live up to. And so making it into the NCAA tournament would be an awesome experience for this team.
Any further questions for the players? No? Okay. Thank you, ladies.
All right. Good job.
Best offensively in the first half and still be up 16. Is that just a credit to good defense the first half?
I thought so. I thought our defense was making them rush their shots a little bit. They didn't have a lot of great open looks. They were contested. Thought we were pretty physical defensively in the first half. That definitely kept us in the game. Our offense was, like I said, we were playing hard, but our players were trying to win the game in the first 20 minutes, and we had to settle them down a little bit and start making better decisions, and we did that in the second half.
They obviously started hitting more shots in the second half. Was there any, I mean, it's tough to play 3 games in 3 days, and they were doing that. Do you think there was any kind of a carryover from their first 2 games of being tired or worn out? Or
You know what? I don't know, and I didn't go into the game expecting to see that. It's March. You know, they're young. They can find something in them. I mean, they have some seniors out there, and I thought you could really tell they were a veteran team against Drake, and we knew they were going to carry that over. I've seen a lot of veteran teams just go on and win several games in the tournament, so. You know, I wasn't banking on or counting on them being tired or worn out from 2 games.
Any further questions for the coach?
They obviously shot really well last night, set records for three-point shooting. Going into the game specifically, what was the game plan to limit them, and how well do you think your team did doing
Well, we wanted to play personnel, so we knew that we had to get out on their three-point shooters, and we needed to be there on the catch. And I thought we were pretty focused in on where the shooters were, and we were able to they didn't get a lot of good looks until the end. They got a few good looks there at the end, but I thought for the most part we were really focused defensively, and I think that's all it boils down to, focus and want to.
For Wichita State tomorrow, what do you guys have to do differently than you did in the regular season to get the win?
Well, we've got to play better. We were able to compete with them a couple of times, but we didn't play well enough to win. And we have to play our best basketball tomorrow. There's no doubt about that. It's a good basketball team. But I think our players are confident that they can do that. You know, whatever game plan the coaching staff comes up with in the next however many hours, I think our players will go out and execute it as best they can.
Finally, the last team to three-peat in the MVC tournament was obviously Missouri State. Would it mean anything extra to spoil Wichita State's shot at it?
No, I am completely worried about Missouri State. So, you know, I think it would be special enough to win.
You know, you had to put the starters back in at the finish. Was it good to get some extra rest for them in the second half?
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, able to rest your team, both physically and mentally. You know, we got a little sloppy there at the end. They were able to make shots, which they do. It's actually very similar to how the game played out at Evansville. We were up easy, and they made some shots at the end, had to put them back in to break the press. But Evansville, you know, they don't have any quit in them. They're going to fight.
You in the middle? Didn't you have a question?
I'm just going to say, win or lose tomorrow, Kelly, how proud are you of this team?
Oh, you guys have no idea how proud I am. The attitude, the demeanor, watching the growth both on the court and off. There was a practice somewhere in January, and the players took ownership of the team in that practice. I don't even know if they realized it, but I remember walking off the court as a staff saying, wow, we just turned another corner. And they know how much better they've gotten. They do realize that. We got better every single week. Every single week. And Tiana said it right. It may not have been a big jump, but we got better at something each week. They bought into that. And not every team is going to do that. Not every team has the maturity to be able to buy in when you're 0-6. And they did. And that's why I'm proud of them, because all the credit goes to them, because they believed in everything we said.
You're in front.
Just talk about Tiana's tournament play so far, and if you think she's kind of set the pace for the team.
Oh, no doubt. Tiana, when she's playing well, our team is feeding off of that. Her energy, her defensive play especially, really sparks our team and, you know, gets us rolling. And we have a lot of weapons, but T has really been the spark in this tournament. I think she's really doing a good job of, again, I thought in the second half she handled the offense, ran the team well. She's being very coachable, doing exactly what we ask her to do.
Any more questions for the coach? No? Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Good luck tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Evansville Purple Aces, and we have Coach Otis Epps and players Kat Taylor and Sarah Dickey. And we will start with an opening statement from the coach.
Well, I just want to start by saying congratulations to Missouri State. I thought they played a phenomenal game. They executed their game plan. They were really aggressive. They attacked us hard. They were really physical and really dictated to us on both sides of the basketball, especially in that first half. So we wish them nothing but the best. But ultimately, this is a little bittersweet, but I'm more excited still than I am sad or any other emotion because this team's been through a lot, and to get to the semifinals in this conference isn't easy to do. And so I'm proud of them for that, and I'm happy for the energy and effort that they were able to put forth tonight, just to even try to compete and get back in the game. But more importantly, just to be in a position to play tonight, I thought was really big for our program. It's a huge stepping stone for us, and so I'm really grateful for the opportunity that we have to be here to play in this game because of their effort.
Questions for the players? Right here.
Did the pace early on really affect you all? It looked like it was going so fast, you were in trouble keeping control of the ball early on.
We just didn't really come out ready to play. We didn't execute anything that we were supposed to. We weren't pushing in transition and pushing through the fatigue. So that's just where we got beat in the first half.
So you saying that you probably were a little tired after the overtime game last night?
That probably factored into it some, but we just needed to push through it and not think about it.
Could all three of you speak to that? How much playing 3 games in 3 days affected you today? Or?
For me, I just think it's a mindset. And the ultimate example is look at Wichita State. She plays 6 kids all year for 40 minutes a night, and when I watched their game tonight, they didn't look tired to me. So I just think it's a mindset that we're still trying to instill in our program, but we're not there yet, but we will get there.
Players, any thoughts on that?
I don't know, maybe we just weren't prepared. That's what I don't necessarily think that we just were that dog tired. We just didn't come prepared and ready to play when we stepped out there.
Any more questions?
Okay, senior and everything. Can you kind of summarize your career at Evansville? I know it's so short after the game, but I mean, I know you haven't really thought about it at all, but I mean, your time here and everything.
It's been an experience to say the least. Just kept growing every 4 years, and it's just been a huge learning experience for me, and it's been fun, and I'm really gonna miss it.
And Sarah, building into next season, you come back, and then I think it's Sasha comes back with you as well. How can y'all build off this run that you made?
We just got to keep working over the summer, get better at a lot of different things, get the new girls instilled into the system, and just work hard. That's it.
Any more questions? All right, thank you, ladies.
Let's take this.
Can she take that?
Take what?
The nameplate?
No, sorry.
Okay.
You can take it.
Oh.
Take it. I don't know. Additional questions for the coach?
Coach, when Mallory went out with 3 fouls, how bad did that hurt you all?
It hurt a lot. We're just not deep in the post position. I think that was part of their strategy, was to get past that first layer of defense and get into our post, and they were successful doing that. So it really hurts us when we don't have her on the court. And then Sasha picked up 2 fouls, and behind them we have a freshman and a walk-on volleyball player. So that's been kind of our weak area, if you want to say, all year. And it got exploited tonight. So it really hurt us. It hurt us a lot because she gives us a scoring threat, rebounding presence, and also she gives our team composure offensively.
With Sarah, she hasn't really been up to form throughout the tournament. Do you consider that probably inexperience or just the way they're game planning?
She's been played the same all year. I think it's, in my opinion, and I'm not certain. I just think it's a little bit of the moment. I mean, it's a big stage, and there's a lot on the line, and she really wants to perform. And sometimes when you're so anxious and you want to do your best, those are sometimes your worst performances. And I think that she's just has to learn to keep an even keel and just let the game come to her. But those are things that we can help her with through film, and then the experience of being out here and seeing the way that she performed. She's not happy with the way she's performed either night, and she's the kind of kid that's gonna use that to motivate her to improve.
What did it mean to you that your team came from 24 down midway through the second half to get back into single digits there in the final minute?
It was extremely important to me. That's all I talked about in the timeouts, were trying to win the media timeouts, because we didn't win one until the 8-minute media. And so, I just wanted them to be remembered for their effort and their fight to continue to play through regardless of what the scoreboard said. And we're able to find some rhythm out there the last 8 minutes, and it was good. It made me feel a whole lot better. I mean, coming here and lost by 32 points or something had been pretty crappy. So I'm proud of them for that, because that's something that we can spin positive and we can build on as we move forward.
Do you think all the fouls contributed to the lack of rhythm you were able to get?
Yeah, definitely. That was huge. Snow was ultra aggressive. I know she was really aggressive last night, the last 6 minutes of the game against Indiana State. I just thought that, with Cad and Sarah and Sasha, that we could do a better job of corralling her in the open court. But unfortunately, the kid had her mind made up, and there's nothing more powerful than that. So hats off to them. We wish them nothing but the best. It's going to be a heck of a game tomorrow if both teams play the way they played today.
Any more questions?
Next season, like I asked Sarah, how do you build off this momentum going into next season?
Well, for us, we traditionally have spent a lot of time working on their individual development. But this year, I'm going to give them some time off, let them just kind of unload and get themselves together, work on their academics. And this summer, we're really going to focus on just building our offense. Instead of trying to build the individual, we need to build a whole, so our offense is better. And our offense got better throughout the year, but we changed up a lot of what we were doing because of injuries and personnel and what I felt our players could do and couldn't do. And so this will be a great opportunity with the recruiting class that we have coming in and some of the kids that we have sitting out to really build our offense, so that when we face the kind of pressure we face tonight, that you don't have those uncertainties that you saw out there. I thought we second-guessed ourselves a lot, and that's just because we're not totally comfortable in what we're doing right now.
Sarah got 600 points, something no other single player has done in school history. How do you reflect back on her season?
Well, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool accomplishment. I'm very blessed and fortunate to be able to coach her. We don't as coaches have the opportunity to coach great players that often, and we have one at Evansville, and I'm very grateful for that. And right now, it's gonna be hard. You just gotta think about it and go back and look at it after the season, but. I know she doesn't care about that, and so it's hard for me to care about that, because the kid ultimately wants to help us win a championship, and I think she's going to do that within the next 2 years. I think we'll be up here and we'll be celebrating. So, but her scoring is important for us, and we just have to continue to build around her and put other scorers around her, so that she doesn't feel the pressure that she felt this week in the tournament.
Any more questions? No? All right. Thank you, Coach.
All right. Thank you, guys.